Well, I chose Priestley because when I came here on the open days, everything about it seemed very open and everyone seemed open to each other. And especially the teachers were more, rather than seeing it as you're just there to do work, they seemed friendly. And they wanted to teach you rather than just teaching to a curriculum. Well, I chose the graphics course because it was something I've always been passionate about doing and did in my spare time since probably I was about 13. But I didn't think initially that it was something I could take on and do as a career or a job because it was just a hobby. But after seeing what the teachers could do and work of previous students, it became very real to me that it was something I could do and carry on and learn more about. The course is an extended diploma in graphics and photography, but halfway through your 2-year course you end up focusing solely on one. You still do a broad range using plenty of equipment and you learn all the processes that you need to, but you can choose to focus on one or the other halfway through the year. In graphics, we cover a wide range of stuff. You don't just get put on only your niche. They push you to explore plenty of different things and the briefs accommodate for that 100% because we had a brief for illustration for children's books from the English department and everyone tackled that in their own way because I myself am not an illustrator, but with my knowledge, with the stuff I prefer to do, they push you and make you realise what you can do, and it applies to every brief we have. The equipment and software that we use again covers a broad range of everything. We use the entire Adobe suite, which involves things from vector graphics to photo editing and everything else you would need. But because we also do photography, you get access to all of the cameras that the college use, and you even get access to some more niche things. Like in biology, you can connect a camera to a microscope so you can get microimagery. In graphics, we mainly use the computers that the college supply, which are top of the line. We use Illustrator, Photoshop, things like that. So if you're more experienced in vector graphics like myself, you can use that as much as you please. If photo editing is more your thing, then Photoshop and the whole likes is yours to use. The types of lessons that we have is a lot of the time is mainly practical. You'll never go into a lesson and not be creating or thinking about your next brief or anything that you have to tackle. The teachers themselves get very involved. They like to hear about your ideas. They'll go home and continue thinking about your ideas so the next day you can have a fresh discussion about it and you're never second guessing yourself because they've always got your back. So the kind of briefs that we get given in class have a huge variety to them. The first ever brief that we did was we took a trip to Blackpool and had to create imagery or a small kind of advertising / postcards kind of campaign to show Blackpool in either a positive light or a negative kind of satire light, playing on the more niche details about it. Brief we did after that was we made our own covers for Penguin books, which meant that we could choose our own, read our own, and then gather an inspiration from that, create our final piece, and be happy with that. Going into the second year, however, you start working with live clients, so people from outside the college who set you tasks, such as last month I was working with a company called ImageMaker, who run an international photography magazine, which meant we had to learn about layouts, working with a client, which meant we had contact with them, and it all went brilliantly in the end. After Priestley, me personally, I think I'll be continuing to do the Foundation Arts course that Priestley offers. It means you're still on campus, you still have teachers that you know, and it gives you an even better opportunity of getting into any other thing you would like to after Priestley, whether that be a degree at a university, an apprenticeship, so you eventually go into working with that and you can still earn at the same time, or maybe even an internship. They're all viable options, and because it is a creative subject, you have so many paths forward afterwards, and you're not tied down to just, I need to go study to get a degree. You can do anything you want.